Alrighty, so we got x squared, then all to the power of 3 over x to the power of 4, and we have to simplify this expression. And we're going to use some of our exponent property rules. So let's simplify the top here. The bottom is already ready to go. It's just x to the power of 4. But on the top, we can use an exponent property. See if you can remember what that one is. It's a squared. The x is squared, and then it's all cubed afterwards. So that's actually we can use the power property, and it becomes x to the power of 2 times 3. So you multiply those numbers to get x to the power of 6 on the top and x to the power of 4 on the bottom. So that's the power property. I'm going to come back and try to explain this a bit better, but I'll just walk you through the answer. And then now we're dividing with the same base, and each of these variables just has an exponent on it. And so we're dividing by the same base. How do we simplify that? It's one of the exponent properties, right? So here we're going to use what's called the quotient property. When you divide by the same base, you can subtract the exponents. So 6 subtract 4. And again, I'll explain that in a minute, but I'll just walk through the answer first, and then I'll go back and explain it. 6 subtract 4 is 2. So that's x squared, and that's our answer, right? And in fact, we can check this whole thing, double check this whole thing in a very nice way, which I would love you all to do just for fun. But x squared all cubed. X squared, isn't x squared just this, x times x? You all agree with that? And then if that is cubed, isn't that x times x, and then x times x, and then x times x? Because if it's cubed, right? That's 1, 2, 3 of those, isn't it? So that's what the top becomes. And then the bottom is x to the power of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Now, how can I simplify this expression? So I've got common factors, so we can just cross cancel. X and x goes once here and here. X and x goes once here and here. X and x goes once here and here. And x and x goes once here and here. And on the top I have x times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, or x squared. And on the bottom I have 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is just 1. And x squared over 1 is just, it's just x squared, right? It's kind of like if you had 10 over 1, that's just 10, right? So this is simplifying the expression without using any rules, right? By just kind of writing it out and cross-canceling common factors, which I think is really cool to do when you're learning exponents, and you can say, oh, that makes sense, right? It wasn't just a load of gobbledygook, right? It actually makes sense. So anyway, is that okay? Here.